Let's try out the tutorial, I guess, and find out what's going on here. Welcome to Spellstrife. Spell words using these tiles to summon monsters. Oh, do I want to summon monsters? I figured summoning monsters would be bad, but okay. The first letter of your word determines the monster's type? Oh, really? Alright, cool. Alright, so I have to just spell words? Like, B? That's a word. Once you have spelled a valid word, click a glowing tile on the battlefield. A glowing tile. Oh, there's lanes. There will be lanes in the real game. I see. To summon a monster there. The longer the word, the stronger the monster. Alright, well, this isn't a very strong monster, but neither is this. Monsters require MP to summon. Oh. Look at all of the words I missed that I guess I don't have. Oh, on any given board. I see. It resets the board after I choose a thing. There were a lot of options there. How do you get shapes from here? I guess you only get one word per board, which is unfortunate. Trying to get like the vowels next to the consonants is a problem. Monsters require MP to summon. When you can't afford any more monsters, press the end turn button and your monsters will move and attack. Okay, so it's not timed. I can actually sit and figure it out for as long as I want, I think. Interesting. I don't know how to get any of those words, Rhoda. I mean, nice try, but I'm not convinced that the word exists the way you think it exists. So how do I use my MP? You don't know how this game works? That's fair. Oh my god. My melee monster is not as good as his ranged monster. Okay. You gain more MP at the beginning of your turn. You don't lose leftover MP at the end of your turn, so don't worry about using it all. Great. How much MP did it use to summon the monster? Oh, I see. I got attacked and it ate one of my letters. So I have as long as I want to think about this, huh? Just spell words with letters? I'm not convinced. You think I could just do... Oh, apparently, yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want. Oh, that's way easier than I expected. That's free. I guess if they're expecting you to do that, then yeah, it is, like, at least a little bit harder. So their expectations are higher. Archives? Archives would have been good. One more letter. You can click on any monster or terrain tile to view its details in the guidebook. Oh, I love guidebooks. This includes the monster preview in the bottom left. B is for brute. Deals 50% bonus damage, has 50% bonus health. Fire? Fire tile? Deals fire damage at the beginning of a monster's turn equal to 25% of their maximum health. Wow. T is for terrain. Flying changes terrain based on the first letter in its word belonging to EFIP, default fire. Wait. First letter in... Oh, in its word. So if I make, like, titration or something, it'll make ice tiles. So what are you? C is for column. Whoa. Tax the entire column in front of it. End conveyor. Monsters on this tile are pushed rightward at the beginning of their turn. I missed Charinesses. Cesareans. I sure did miss cesareans. That is accurate. Longer words make stronger monsters and use your MP more efficiently. As a word gets longer, additional tiles cost less MP. Okay. So I really just want to make the longest possible word here? Huh. And I can just go all over the place. Like, whatever I want to do is fine. So, like, this is easy, but feels like it's not that good. 6? I'm sure we could do better than 6. And then the first letter tells you what kind of monster it's going to be. S is for shield, unaffected by ranged attacks, but it's probably affected by terrain attacks. So I need some kind of ranged attacker here, like this idiot. What is ice? I don't know what ice does. Are you a ranged attacker? Nullify. Turns tiles it steps on into normal tiles. Cannot be knocked back. Oh. Variants? V. V is for vampire. Damn. Alright, yeah. I'll make a vampire. There's no R's at all. There needs to be an R for variants. Wait, can I just make vampire? No, there's still no R. Items? What does I give me? I is for ice. Attacks above, below, and in front. Interesting. Vainist? Sure. Alright, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. That sounds good. Then we'll have this vampire thing. Yeah, get out there. And now I have a new board. Oh, the old letters stay there. So it replaces the letters, but it doesn't wipe the whole board. Vanaspati? What the hell? Phew. This dictionary has some words in it. We gotta find somebody with range. I don't think we could start with a Q. We don't have a U. Q is for quick, attacks twice and moves twice. Cool. Armor. Has permanent armor, which reduces incoming normal type damage. Frames. Sure. What is F? F is fire. Flamethrower attack can hit 4 tiles. Cool. Mist. Converts tiles to mist. What does mist do? South Asian slang for like a food dish? Alright. I could just spell mist. I think I like projectiles. Alright, let's make a word that starts with M. What do I want? I'm in on like mains is kind of easy. 5 letters, not that bad. Mores. Yeah, that would work. Can we do better? Meanest is 7. Yep. You gotta use some of these consonants. I'll go with this. Get misted, idiot. Or don't, I suppose. Normal. No special effect. Yeah, okay. I missed Mediast? Manifester? There was Manifester on the board? Does the grid matter? I think the grid doesn't matter. I think it's just a set of 16. That is what it looks like. Anyway, I don't really need to do too much more here. Whenever a monster deals damage to either side's back column of tiles, that side takes damage. Ah, that's how that works. Take your opponent's HP to 0 and win. Mediast is a true loss. Oh, this is very much an intro level. Absolutely. This is a tutorial. This is teaching me how the game works. We still can't make a quick mob. G. G is for ground. Breaks tiles and fires them at enemies. Sick. W is for wall. Does not attack, but counterattacks when hit, and has 2x health. Okay. P is for poison. Melee attacks and also fires a projectile. Want to make a wall? Make a wall with Warper? We only have one R. R is for row. Attacks the entire row in front of it. Sick. Okay, let's make an R word. I have decided that we will make an R word. A word with R. And it can end in IEST. So we've got a lot of power. We can make rawest. That's pretty easy to do. W-E-S-T, that's 6 letters. Beat 6 letters. What's up, Cryptomancer? Rhymiest? Rhymiest. Romiest? You think so? Rhymiest is 7. Rosiest also 7. Rosiest, a realer word than the other words. I wonder if it takes it. Yeah, not a real word. Nice try, though. A solid attempt. Rasp? Raspiest? Oh, no, not enough S's. Too bad. Yeah, this is just a full draw pile. Do you get a bonus point for realist on account of it being a real word? Rampiest, unlikely to be real. As expected. Rosiest, unfortunately not real. Not as real as expected on account of there's not enough S's. Alright, we're going with 7. Monsters can't deal direct damage on their first turn. Wow, rude. I missed Ramifies, apparently. Ramifies would have been 8. They're not even bringing out new enemies. We could do whatever we want here. What is N? N is for nullify. A is for armor. I is for ice. Ice dog. F is a fire dog. W is for wall. What is S for? Shield. I want to make a quick dog. Look at this little cutie. Yeah, we just gotta keep funneling through letters until I get a U, so I can use QU for something. What is O? O is for oil. Ranged attack converts a tile into oil. Tile is oil already. Knocks back 1 tile. I like ranged attacks. Alright, let's make a word that starts with O. Spawn, Swift. Yeah, those would work if I wanted to make a shieldy guy. Shields are for suckers. No defense, all offense. Apparently, just O on its own. No, it's not a word. Okay. Can't make ocean. No E. I could do option. I cannot do option. I only have the 1 O. I could do opt. Oft. Yup, that would work as well. We got 4 letters. We got opts. You just throw an S onto something and it makes the word better. Just adding S's onto things makes them more powerful. In case you didn't know. Optics? Oh. Ooh, we have a contender. We have a contender. Optics pretty good. I'm in. I missed efficient. Damn. Optician. Optician on efficience. Holy crap. Those are some words. Isn't the little fanfare great? Owns? You coming up with owns and we missed efficients? Come on, you could do better. Alright, so that's how the game works. Let's start a new run. Choose your class. Oh no. Choose a letter? Syllabist. Okay, we only have the 1 class available so far. Syllabist. Guarantee at least 1 of that vowel in your tile pool. Every instance of that vowel in your words gives them +1 bonus length. Alright. What vowel do we want to specialize in? E or A, presumably. Alright, I'll go with E. Let's start with medium. Let's see if we can, U so I can use Q's. That's not a bad meta call. That's not a bad meta call. I don't know what question. Let's find out what question mark is. Maybe question mark is a random vowel. Yeah, probably. Question mark is probably a random vowel. Let's find out what question mark is. I think it chose U for me. Next stop, the lobby. The battlefield. Enemy affinities. Ice. I wonder if attack damage types is real. Choose a route. 1 of 3 letter affinities to gain. Battle node. Battle another world mage. Word mage. Oh god. Bonus MP gain reward? You know what? I take bonus MP gains. Let's go. Wow, what a mess. Alright, oil. Monsters entering an oil tile will receive the oil status. This negates their next move, but not attack. Broken. Cannot stand on broken tiles unless they have the flying attribute. Electric. Doubles all elemental damage dealt on this tile. Poison. Halves damage dealt by monsters standing on this tile. This is a fire dog. And I have 45 MP. And if I use a U in my word counts as +1 extra length. This is a mess, is what this is. Hole. Monsters cannot stand on whole tiles unless they have flying. Cannot be changed into another type. Okay, so this idiot is stuck back here until this tile changes. Metal. Cannot be changed. Adds 1 knockback to all attacks received on this tile. What does Z make? Z makes zany. Pulls enemies forward and creates random terrain where they were. High damage. Wow. Oh, zoomiest isn't a word? Terrible. Terrible. Unfortunate. Terrible and unfortunate. Comatose? Yeah, comatose is big. Is zoomies? I don't know. Let's find out. Nope, zoomies not a word either. Zoom is... as presumably is zooms. What is this? Mist? Monsters on a mist tile cannot attack. Zoomed, yep. A dictionary has never met a cat. We got a lot of T's. So, doing T things might be good as well. Mist is pretty strong. Converting a tile to mist means that monster can't attack. I guess unless it steps forward. Which it probably will. Cattiest? Yeah, that uses all of my T's. That would work. I want to use the U. What if I start with U? U is for up. Upwards as far as they can go. So it would knock the dog up into here. That's pretty good for me, actually. Then he's just trapped behind these tiles and can't do anything forever. I love it. Alright. Can we beat Utmost? Yes, and U always counts for an extra letter. So if I use my U, this is 7. And it starts with U, which is what I want. Extra letters don't cost too much more mana. I don't have, like, umpire or anything super obvious on this board, do I? Cattiest is 8. So is this. This is also 8. And it's U instead of C, which is what I want. Oh, there was an extra S. I could have utmosts. Well. Oh, yes, this is 7. This is 7, sorry. Okay, Cattiest would have been one better. This is 7 because it has a U in it. Utmosts would have been 8 equivalent. It is 6 actual letters, and then it adds an exclamation mark because I used the U. Oh, I guess I can just keep casting as long as I have mana? But I used all of my mana on one spell, so... Alright, and these idiots can just stay here and do their thing and they'll never matter. Oh no, this actually damaged me, didn't it? It damaged me here, that's unfortunate. But this would be a great place to use... I don't have M anymore. D. Down. Oh. Knocks enemies downward. Do I have an N? Aw. I was hoping I'd be able to get, like, solution or something like that. Gumption. Ooh, okay. That's a big word. Is this good for me? Stupider. Seems like we have a lot of options here. This is a pretty good board. Alright, well, this will protect this area. So that's great. Down to 11. Now, no matter what I spell, it's like... There's the minimum, it looks like, is 23. And then, as I get into higher letter counts, the amount that it adds is lower and lower. It burned off the oil. No, I don't know what was on here, but whatever it was, it burned it off. So we're doing poorly here. I want everybody to know we're doing pretty bad. Sapient? What is S? Oh, S is shield. The other thing you have to consider is the starting letter determines what kind of monster it is. J is for jelly. When it receives damage, it splits into two. Yo, let's make a J word. Can we make junction? I don't have a C. We can make Jupiter. I don't have an R. I could make adjunct, but I still don't have a C. Jots? Sure. I guess jeans is real? Juniper! There we go. Now you're thinking with U's. I need to have an R on the board, though. So it makes that a little bit more difficult. Very close, though. I respect the attempt. Surely we can do better. Ah, I keep needing a C. I keep needing a C. I want to make justice. Can't make justice. Do you think it'll accept Justine? It will not, it turns out. Jutted? Yeah. Alright. I'm in for jutting. That's pretty good. Time for this slime to go kick some ass. Get in there, slime. Flying monster might be good. Flying might be good. Yeah, T is a flying type. There's a couple of there's got to be other flying types. Jettisoned. Damn. Jaunt. I missed jaunt. Jaunt's a good word. All right, so at the bare minimum, we have cheese here, which is cool. Yeah, we gotta get this dog out of the way because he's causing problems. I still don't have... I wanted an M to put a Misty Boy here to stop the dog from being dog. Trog. Wow, this dude is just suffering out here on the fire tile. Why don't you move forward? Oh, because you're ranged, so you're not going to move. Because you have something to attack. I see what's happening. Was it... Who was... We don't have any R for the row attack, which is too bad. E is for electric. Attacks with a lightning strike that chains to adjacent enemies. Yo, let's make an E word. I want an electric. Starting with E is a little difficult. This is column. What else do we have out here? P is poison. That's not too bad either. Also fire as a projectile. L is for lift. It can fly. Oh, it flies. Etches. Etches is pretty good. Can we use the U? Elected? Yo. Pretty strong. 7. No, I want electric. I want this jellyfish. This squid looking bastard. Want to get him out there. What else can we do with this? Man, elected is pretty good, honestly. I'm sure there's something better, but I'm not sure that I'm ever going to see whatever it is that's better than elected. Escaped? Is that better? I think it's the same. It uses a slightly different set of letters, though. Elected uses up all the E's, which I'm not sure if that's good, but... Dog watches. Okay, wait, I have to find out if that'll take. Wow. Okay. That's pretty strong. That is a powerful boy. I still want the E, though, because this one... Oh, it is ranged. All right. I guess we're going to take dog watches. How could I turn that down? That's so many letters. Go get him, buddy. Longest D word. You did it. It was the actual longest D word. Did you put the letters into, like, a thing? Because I don't know how you find that otherwise. You got to be real good at Boggle. Longest D word. Damn. So good at D words. All right, I don't know what to do here. Like, I don't know what I want to go for. This dude's not very strong. Split into the hole. Yeah, I saw that. That's not ideal for sure. Let's see. More fun to make up things? Yeah. Do I want another J? Do I want another jelly? Because we have like jumpers here, which is pretty good. What starts with U? Oh, U was for up. Yeah. We had the uppy boy. The uppy boy is dead though. He sat on the fire towel for too long. So we have 8. I got 8 for you. What is S? S is shield? Still not super into the shield guy. L would be a good start. M also a good start. We could get erasure. Ooh, erasure's pretty good, and it uses one of the U's. There's still only one R though, so no, actually, as it turns out. Solid try. No second S for ensures. Lazes uses the Z. What does starting with Z get me? Oh right, the zany boy. Pulls enemies forward, but also does very high damage. Pleasure. We get a poison boy out there? Sure. If we can get an L onto the bottom row, that's probably pretty good too. Unpleasure? Do you think that works? It does not. Unpleasure, it turns out, is not real. Pleasure is, though. That's pretty strong, too. That's at 9, effectively? I'm okay with getting this out there. Let's throw down out here. Go get him. They're just making more slimes. Get out there, slimes. Doing great. The longest P word. We found the longest P word ever. There's never going to be a longer P word than pleasure. Oh, I should have actually done something with my turn instead of just passed. Although I am definitely winning if I just pass. So maybe I'll just pass. Can I make erasure yet? There's a lot of U's. Can I make usurp? I think I can make pass. Yeah, I think I just win instead of trying to cast more creatures. Good win, though. So I don't know what I got for winning, but I certainly did win. Choose a reward. When you spell any word starting with U, it gains 2 bonus length. Guaranteed to always have 1 R in your pool. How do we feel about R's? I don't know what R... R is row. R actually seems pretty strong. Alright, we already have guaranteed U's. So I think I will take the R. That seems cool. Next stop, the library. M is for mist. Enemy affinities will have mist. Heal upgrade node. Oh, my HP stays over time. Spell node. Letter affinity. Okay, well this has bonus MP gain reward. I do want the spell node. I think I also want the healing on account of I have taken some damage. Why doesn't it show me my HP here? Oh, it does. 55. That feels like not a lot of HP. All right, we'll take the healing. Wow, how broken. They get first turn, I just take damage? No, I didn't take damage. Well, good. I'm glad I didn't take damage. So if I start with an R, I get an exclamation. If I have an R in the word. No, if I start with an R, I get the exclamation mark, right? Yeah. It's only if I start with the R, I get the double exclamation mark. Hat Sajak is retiring? Damn. Rude? Rude is here. Rudist also here. Rudist is 9. Ruminate? Can we make ruminate? Sick. Yeah, get out there. Kick some ass, buddy. That's a big boy. I probably needed to get him out here because I needed to block the M dude. But I guess we're here instead. K is for knockback. Knocks back enemies on, above, and below its attacked tile. Alright, we definitely need to get somebody out here. D is for down, and U is for up. Need to get somebody to stop this M boy. Longest R word, right? Retired. Oh, we do have 2 R's this time. You can tell because they're glowing red. We have a lot of D's. Should probably do something with those D's. It doesn't necessarily need to be an R word. Redditor? You think it'll let me do Redditor? I don't have an O. Wait, doesn't it have an O? Yeah, that's not real. I think even if I had the O, it still wouldn't be real. Reddit isn't real, so, you know. Draw your own conclusions. Can I get Tidewater? I only have the 1 T. Alas. I had to try it, right? I had to find out. What is W? W is wall. Counterattacks when hit. Rudder? Rudder's pretty good. That gets me another row, a centaur. 40 HP. Rudder is very slightly more powerful than this boy, but not by a whole lot. Turns out we could do one better. I'll go with this. This uses a bunch of Ds. I'm happy with that. Oh, could we have also done Ruddiest? No. Oh, Red Waters was also out there, but Ruddiest would have been better. We really gotta get somebody out here too. All right, let's make. What is it? E, F, I, and P. So we want to avoid E's, F's, I's, and P's. I guess an F would be fine. In order to make this a fire guy. Would like him to be a fire T. A fire friend. If I do this, he becomes electric, doesn't he? Don't want you to be electric. Red Water is there again? Dang. How many of these centaurs do I want? What if everybody is a centaur? You know what? Sure. Let's go with it. Let's just make an enormous goddamn centaur. $10? $10's pretty good. Turtled. It has the same problem because it has an E in it. Red Waters? Yeah, why not? I really need to be on the lookout for like S's or EDs. ED doesn't work here, but S's. It's free value, you know? Why is this dude not taking any damage? I'm really not doing too well here, am I? Unaffected by ranged attacks. Oh, well, that would do it, wouldn't it? Okay. So we want to put S's in front of these M's. Re-regulated. Holy crap. Re-regulated. Got to do something about this bad boy, too. Don't want him to get too close. What is G? Ground. Breaks tiles and fires them at enemies. Jeez. Can we get deregulated? Is it still here? Sure. Nope. We used up the A. Tourist. That gets me an I from previous, sure. Tourist gets me an ice terrain boy. I kind of like putting a ground person here to stop this knockback idiot from doing knockback things. Because they seem like trouble. Gutsier? Yeah? We do indeed have Gutsier. Just the one est, so we can't have like Gustiest or anything like that. Grindiest? G is ground. They break the ground. There's only the one I, so no, can't grind. Cannot be grindy. We can be gruntled. We can't be disgruntled, but we can be gruntled. All right, let's be gruntled. Is groundier better? Groundier. If grounder doesn't, grounder isn't any better, I don't think, right? Grounder. It's the same, assuming it even works. Grodiest? What are the odds that grodiest even works? Okay, we gotta find out. Oh my god. Unfortunately, it's not better than gruntled because it doesn't include the U. All right, let's get gruntled. Oh, it broke the wrong thing. Terrible news. All right, this dude is a problem. All of the people here are problems. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Okay, we want an S word here. They don't even need to be strong. They just need to be an S word. So I just want like something here. And that'll actually let me play another one afterwards. Yeah, no, that's fine. I wanted it to be small so I had enough mana left to play another one down here. Somebody melee down here. Ice? Do we want an Ice Dog? Ice Dog is fine. Ice Dog's cool. I'm down with Ice Dog. Insured? Pretty strong. Ioners? I suppose that would work. There's like CTIONS. Like there's only the one N though. But like this is pretty easy. Oh, it's too many letters. Aha, aha. Okay, so the most I can do is 5. So let's use up some of this other stuff, if we can, right? Oh! The most I can do is 4, but the U gives me a free bonus. The U gives me a free bonus. So if I can use, starting with I, with the U in it, and a 4-letter word, I think all letters cost the same, yes. Yeah. IOUS, is that real? It is not real. INUS? Nope. More than one IOU? I don't think that's real either. Just barely not enough mana. Just barely not enough mana. Distressing. Ion? Probably not. In fact, not. Alright, if we can't get the U in there, then we can't get the U in there, but that would be nice. Intros? That's too many letters, unfortunately. Like, intro it would take, but I can only do 4 letters. You gotta keep track of the constraints here, chat. I need a 4-letter word with a U in it that starts with I. I don't even know how many of those words exist, let alone are words that we can make. But that is the goal right now. Electric type is ranged. The I1 is not ranged. Inure, still 1 letter too many. 2 letters too many, in fact. No, 1 letter too many. What do you do? Nullify. Let's see, a B word would actually be really good too. C is for column. That's interesting. It's a lot less attack, though. Not necessary right now. S is shield again, which would be fine. Not a big deal either way. O is ranged, so that doesn't help. R is ranged. That doesn't help. U... I think this is also ranged. Yep. So we really have not a lot of options. It's like I and S, I think, are our only non-ranged options. I guess D is a non-ranged? D is ranged. I and S, I think, are our only non-ranged options. And C, but I don't want to use C because it's less attack. Oh, N is non-ranged. Okay. N also works. We did it. We figured it out. Reductionist. It's so far outside of my budget. Good eye. Very good. Good. Well done. But wow, can we not play that one? Ah, that was my longest N word. Fascinating. I wouldn't have expected that to be my longest N word. Maybe it was my longest N word within budget. Alright, it's time for some more shields. 48. I could make not a lot of shieldy boys. Alright, so let's make the biggest shieldy boy we can. Stop all these misty attackers. Finally take back these lanes. Reductionists? Damn. Alright, so what do we have here? Sailor. Suction is much better than Sailor. There's not a lot of vowels. Right? We have all the vowels over here on the right, so there's really not a lot to work with here. Two I's, two O's, and an A. And the U. We also have the U. Make suitors. Yep, that would work. Yeah, it doesn't have the same restrictions as Boggle, hyphen. I too was baited. I had expectations coming into it, and instead you could do whatever you want. It's a lot more free than I thought it was going to be. $22 damage, 13 damage, 12.5 damage. Boy, these idiots are gonna cause a lot of problems. Look at that, we gotta stop this boy. I think I might need to put some work in over here first. Maybe we'll knock him down into my Nullify buddy. Since it can't be knocked back, that seems pretty strong. Yeah, it's Scrabble with like 16 words to work with, 16 letters to work with. Distracts? Can we do better than distracts? Oh, that's... We need an E. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Cloistral? I want to get the D. I want to put the D here to knock this person down. C wouldn't be bad either, except C is also ranged. So it doesn't help that much. I don't know that I would see much better than distracts. Like, if I could get the U in, that'd be pretty cool. But not that big a deal. I don't have an N, so I can't get distraction, unfortunately. Drastics. It's not quite as good. Something with like the C or the L. Does that get me anything else? I'm just gonna go with this. Discolors. We could have gotten discolors. Oh no, my shieldy boy. Demolished. God, am I gonna die? I'm just gonna instantly die here. This is pretty bad. I'm getting demolished. Alright, if I use 23 of my 52, I will end up with 29 left over. I cannot make just R. R on its own, not a word. RE is a word on its own, apparently. And that'll leave me with exactly 26. Is RU a word? No. And it still counts as 4, because the power of exclamation marks. Oh, I could bring out a Misty Boy. UR might be a word. Is, in fact. It's not helpful, unfortunately. RE is not. RA is also not. Regardless, I don't think I have the budget to put out 2 people. Is Mazer good? I don't think Misty helps me. Like, I could maybe put out a ranged boy. Could do R on this column. And that might knock out the Zany, who's doing kind of a lot of damage. But also, these two together, 12.5 and 13.8, they don't quite kill me. Right? 12.5 and 13.8 is... Oh, it's just enough to kill me. It's 26.3. Okay, so these two alone kill me. Which means, unless I can put out 2 things, I'm dead this turn. .5 damage. It's not a lot of damage. But then I need to put out something here also. And I have exactly a 2-word budget to do so. That'll work. That's real. I don't know if it's good, but it's real. All right, we live. We live one more round. I don't see how we live through this, though. Because my opponent has 2 ranged attackers that are both hitting. So unless I have a way of stopping both of these with one unit, I don't think I have a way to do that. Maybe with Chain Lightning. Maybe if I get a really giant E word. I only have the 1 E. Can't make erasure. What can we do with this? I don't have an N. Mazer's still there. That doesn't help, though. I still die. If I put out Mist, I die. Mist, yeah, that's not good enough. I need 1 unit that can take out both of these. And I'm not sure if anything other than E will do it. Eardrums? It's pretty good. Eardrums pretty good. Effectively 9. And 13.8 is enough, actually. 13.8 is enough to clear both of these. So that'll do it. I think you've done it. Darkstar, you've saved the run. Now we can get an S up here. I don't have any S's. Uh-oh. Anybody ranged isn't gonna work because they're just gonna stop here and die to Mist. So we need somebody who's not ranged. J is Jelly. I'm on board with jellies. No, that'll leave the lane. Once it gets hit, it'll split, so it won't be on that lane anymore. So that's not gonna work. No J's. We could make a big M. This dude is like practically dead at this point anyway. So as long as it hits, it's good enough. We don't have any A, so Mazers is not real. But a big M word would work. Muckier? Yeah, that's real. Can we do better? Like, if we end with IER, do we have like a Muckraker? Can we have Muckraker actually? I don't have any A's. Or an FK's. We could do Merc. Murkier? It's pretty much the same thing. Lucre? Sure. I feel like we could do better than 5 letters, though. Aren't the R's bonuses? Only if I start with the R's. If I start with the R, I get extra exclamation marks. But if it's R just in the word, it doesn't make a difference. U in the word is good. It doesn't need to start with you in order to get the bonus. How much damage are you doing? 11.3. Good heavens. That's going to hurt. And that is going to land also, which is going to hurt even more. Hey, if I just hate vowels, I could make this word. Loopier? That still won't kill the Misty Boy. We need to get somebody that deals at least 3 Okay, 3.8 is not hard to hit. But we need to get somebody who attacks through the mist. Or steps past the mist. So either melee or begins with M. So I'm on M. I think this is good. We're guaranteed to start with an R on our next board, so this might be the best I can do. I feel like I could get a longer word than this, though, with what I have. Maybe not. There's some weird letters out here. Alright, we'll see what... Micropore. Ladies and gentlemen of chat, would you have ever in your life gotten micropore? You're not ranged. That's too bad. I don't have a T for the bottom row. Also too bad. Immune to mist? No! Alright, so V would have been good in that row also. But now I gotta do something about this guy. That doesn't involve us dying. Alright, you're already dead, which is great. You are already dead, which is great. So we need to stop this row, and then we can worry about this row. L flies? I mean, flying is probably fine, but it'll still take a while to get to him. So I think I'd rather have ranged down here than flying. Like this idiot would be great down here. Especially because he's high damage. Nope. But I think our options for Z words are probably not super good. Zoo is pretty bad, in fact. Could definitely do better than Zoo. I hope we could do better than Zoo. There's Zip, which is also not better than Zoo. Lipid. If I wanted an L, that would work. How do I feel about Crowd? How do I feel about C? Not super good. I mean, at that point, we could just take an R down here. And that'll probably do the trick. This is probably fine. Let's just make a big R word. Ruinous or something. I don't have a second R for ripcord. Just I's, O's, and U's is surprisingly inflexible. Royal? Valid? We could do better than royal, though. 4 letters? We gonna settle for 4 letters? I don't think that's the kind of person I am. On the other hand, the options are not super good. This is really not the best situation for sure. Wow, Riz is a word? What kind of world do we live in where R-I-Z is a word on its own? It's British slang, short for charisma. I mean, I know that Riz, like, with 2 Z's, is in somewhat common usage today. Like, I know what that is. But with 1 Z? Terrible. Well, we really did absolute trash this run. This is really bad. This worked out very poorly. So proud of spelling long words and putting down things at random. And it wasn't helpful. Didn't deal well with the Misty Boys. The Misty Boys were a problem. Ridic, you think so? Yeah, I don't think so. Short a couple of letters. I'm short a second R for ripcord, unfortunately. Yeah, the J's and Z's being out here definitely don't help. Yeah, sure. Looks like it's a word. We'll take it. Hey, this is a word too. Fantastic. All right, get out there, little guy. Do your best. Whoa. What is X? X is for explode. Fires a projectile that deals explosive damage in an X shape. Only the center hit can damage the back row. Wow, that's scary. All right, now I'm okay with getting a jelly out there, I think. Oh, we got A's and E's. The world is our oyster. Get some incredible power here. Juiced? I like that. Now you're thinking with U's. We could even make juicier. Juicier is pretty good. Judicial. Ooh. Strong. Strong contenders. Alright, let's get you... Where are you gonna go so that you can actually get in there and deal damage to things? I guess here. Juridical? Juridical? Juridical. Juridical? What is this? Hold on. We're Googling words now. Related to judicial proceedings and the administration of the law. Juridical. I don't think so. I think you're lying to me. Cool. This was my longest P word. I did it. Why did they swap? That's so weird. Oh, he fixed it. You can just fix tiles like that? I didn't know you could fix broken tiles like that. That's wild. Should we get... Man, I wish we had a V to vampire off this Misty guy. Yeah, I finally turned it around, right? I think I can just press play and move on with my life here. Judicial did it. Alright, well that was a miserable performance. 2.4 HP, not a lot of HP, notably. Choose a reward. Click a reward to view its description. Swap one vowel with any other vowel. Cooldown 1. Knock back one tile left. Cooldown 2. Discard all letter tiles and replace them with new ones. Okay. Swapping one vowel with any other vowel seems busted. I would like to be able to do that. Alright, there's going to be exploders and oil boys. Converts a tile into oil. Its oil already knocks back a tile and explode. It's a lot of ranged attackers. Alright, let's get some health. Let's get some health before we go into monstrous fights. Yeah, let's get some health first. Please give me my HP, thank you. Desperately require HP here. Spells. Convert a tile to poison. What does poison do? Discard all letters. Convert a tile to oil. I know what oil does. I kind of know what oil does. I think poison reduces the damage the person deals? Maybe that's good. Given a valid word, spell a word at least one letter longer. Oh. Show the first 5 letters of the best possible available word, starting with a given letter. We can cheat! Knock back one tile down. Okay. I love this one, though. It's like, whatever your word is, just add an exclamation mark. But also, like, finding out what the best options are does sound pretty good. Especially because you get to choose the letter, right? If the letter matters, like, this is pretty good. Alright, I'll try it. We'll try it. Let's go fighting. Let's hope I survive this one. Yeah. Yell. Deals a little damage to all enemies. Huh. A is for armor. Permanent armor, which reduces incoming normal type damage. That's a lot of armor. Holy crap. So we have to make sure that we're doing elemental damage to this idiot. This we know does ice damage. This does electric damage. H? I haven't seen H before. Ooh, it heals. Oh. Yeah, that looks like normal type damage. We know this is normal type damage. T. Huh. I don't know if this is normal type damage or not. And wall doesn't do damage, but does counterattack. And then U knocks people upwards, presumably with normal type damage. It's too bad it doesn't show the elemental type that it's doing. But yeah, E or I sounds like it would be pretty strong here. What's poison do? Halves damage dealt by monsters standing on this tile. Get extra knockback if they get hit from here. Withering. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about W, because I think W will just deal... normal type damage, presumably. Does this show that it deals, like, a different type of damage? I mean, I guess the icon is different, right? The icon is the same, but the particle effect is visibly different compared to that particle effect. Which I think tells you what kind of damage it's dealing. That looks like normal type damage also. The little pop. So I want something that's not dealing normal to this guy. Which is, I think, only E or I on this board. So starting with E or starting with I, you have your mission. EL. Try my special abilities. I could actually just see what my best I word is. Let's see what my best I word is. Drag a spell icon to a target to cast it. Inter is the best I can get? Wow. Oh, no. That means, like... Inter is the first 5 letters. Yeah. I like interring. That seems pretty good. We can't get interrupt. And it doesn't look like we can get interregnum or anything like that. But this seems okay. Interliner. Interliner. That's what it wanted. Oh, and then there's vowel swap. I gotta remember that vowel swap exists. 18. Ooh. Yeah, that would have worked also. That might have been better, but here we are. Oh, this dude hits like a truck. Damn. Bilge water. Whew. What is B? B is the brute. He do hit hard, honestly. I'm okay with getting bilge water out here, the bottom. Let's do it. Enormous. Longest B word. Nice. Good job, Schmike. It's a decent sized hit, but now he's dead. All right, time to get some electric boys out here, I think. Ooh, I have an X. We could explode. Does explode still deal normal type damage? It looks like it's fire, actually. You forsooth. You fire dog. Fire dog not bad either. X is gonna be hard to use. I mean, Xanthic is right there, obviously. God, what a monster. I would like to get a an E out here. This is still on cooldown, I think. No, it's letting me use it. Nope. Yeah, there's not a lot of XOR, not a word. I guess I could find out what my best X word is, right? I could just do this. Xeris, apparently. You know what's sick? Let's do it. Unless I think I can get more letters out of this somehow. Are there any other words that start with Xeris? Like, I don't know what other word this makes. Xeris is a squirrel. Pretty good. Alright, let's just do this then. That seems pretty okay here. Now we gotta survive this idiot. We're doing okay here. You have 15 health. You are already dead. Fantastic. Xeris's, sure. Xeris is a squirrel? I didn't know that. That's not a thing I knew. All right, I guess let's just get some big boy out here to beat people up. QIS, huh? Forsooth still out there? That's true. You want a fire dog? I like fire dog. I don't know that I care about Forsooth specifically. I bet you can get better than 7 with an F start. Is it 8? It is 8. You're right. Especially if you could get a U into it. I also wouldn't mind just having like a big centaur, which we could definitely do. So what's the biggest R word you can get here? 3 rows worth of damage, does it? I mean, I guess like in front of it, yeah. Rotators? If you can get the U in there, U counts for double letter. Feels like you should be able to get something big here. Also keep in mind, if I ever want a different vowel, I can just snap my fingers and have a different vowel. Like any of these O's could become any of the other vowels, if that was helpful. Could also make a big yelly boy. Or put a healer behind this guy and just wreck shop. That actually sounds really appealing here. All right, what do we think is the best H word we can get out of here? I saw Hoarfrost earlier. It's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. This doesn't seem like we're gonna do too much better than this. Aw, too bad. Go with it. Hey, longest H word. Well done, everybody. It'll take 14 less damage. Oh, so it'll actually live. Heinous. But with the healer, I think we'll be fine down here. We do have to find someone to stop you. But you have not a lot of health left, so that's pretty good. Yeah, this isn't just over, but we're in a pretty good place here. It's only doing 12 damage. Oh, you're very tiny. We do need to put somebody up here, but it doesn't matter who, as long as they're ranged. So any ranged attacker here is great. Oh, yeah, or we could yell. Yogurts, oh my god. I'm so here for this. Surely there is no better possible option. Get in there. Apparently with an OU, it's better? Did you know about yogurts with an OU? I hate words. Words are dumb. Are you already dead? Thanks to the power of yelling? Yeah. Okay, you're already dead thanks to the power of yelling. As are you. And we're still healing our Bilgewater boy. You're just trying to cheat at Scrabble. True. I can honestly just hit next turn and we'll be fine for a bit. But also, I could set up a monster somewhere and feel pretty good about that too. Hydrometer, damn. Okay, I have to know whether or not it'll allow that. It is, in fact, on the list. Incredible. Wait a minute, what? No, okay, never mind. Yeah, Scrabble has the rule about which dictionary you're using, sure. I like the idea of getting like a giant R word out there. There's not enough H's to make rhythm. Given these consonants, what can you do? Rehydrate. Damn, rehydrate's pretty good. Alright, I'll take a rehydrate. We really gotta get rid of some of these J's, though, at some point in the near future. We'll put you here. Protect our yelly boy. Yeah, I would like to use one of the J's. Either as the start or in the middle of the word is fine. But we do got to get the J's out there, because J's are difficult to use otherwise. We got jumper. Joint, sure. Excuse me. Gross. Automaton. Damn. I don't need an armor. I want to get a big jelly. I think a big jelly sounds great. Jellies do a ridiculous amount of damage. Out jump? Sure, why not? Let's find out if that's a real word. Out jump is, in fact, a real word. And it gets me a big oil guy. I don't know that I care about oil guys, though. Homon? It's 2 U's in it? Damn, that's pretty good. You could even make out jumper if I wanted. I just have to turn one of these into an E. Seems pretty strong, actually. The best first 5 with J. Let's find out. Duran. I have no idea what word this could possibly be. Just no clue whatsoever. Jurant? Okay. Yeah, that seems like it's a real word. Sure, I'll go with it. That was, in fact, the longest J word. That is exactly what it was going for. Let me do that. That sounds like fun. Trumpet. There's a lot of T's on this board. Can make trumpet. And trumpet will change terrain into poison. Fortunate. Big fire dog. Okay, I'll go with fortunate. I'm happy with that. Fortunate's pretty big. Fortifan? What the hell? Kinda, hold on. Hang on a second. Did you mean Fortipan? No. I meant whatever the hell this is. Is that an M? For Topman? Maybe I meant for Topman? A sailor on duty on the foremast. Okay. I guess he's the foremost topman. Incredible. Yell him to death. He made stong. Very, very stong. The stongest. What the hell is happening here? Jumpered? I think I'm okay with not using the J here. I want to make a big R word. We're going to put a big centaur here on the top row. That seems like it would be pretty strong. Thaumaturge. Damn. Well, I can't not do that. Get in there. Wow, you are, quite good at this. I am so unconcerned with this. This is over. Yo, these jellies, quite good. If you can make J words are strong. What is the thaumaturge? I'd pasteurized on that board? Damn. I didn't even look at the board. I was just looking at the, like, the combat arena. We have electric. We have vampire. And we have armor. Well, I can either get a spell, or I can get another letter affinity, like I had with R. How do I feel about spells versus letter affinities? Which of these is stronger? There's only so many affinities that actually are good for you, right? Like, after a certain point, affinities stop being helpful. Unless you've just set your entire board with affinity letters, and you know exactly what your board is every single time. That seems also potentially good. You just play the same monster word every turn. That actually seems really strong too. I'm kind of curious to see what the random spells are though. So let's look at more spells, and then we'll worry about affinities later. Convert one tile to broken. That's cute. Knock back one tile down. Swap one letter tile with any other. That's so much power. That's so much power. And also so much AP. Like, the analysis paralysis that would result from having this spell is just absolutely off the wall. That's entirely too much. I can't handle that. I think I'll convert tiles to broken instead. Vanitory. You're staying there forever. You're literally never going anywhere. That's great. How am I dealing with you? Let's make a big A word. What's the biggest A word I could make? Adulation. Nope. Adulatory? Nope. I wonder where it's going from here. No, it's starting with these 5 is the longest A word I can make. But I'm not sure where it's going. Because I don't have adulation. I don't have, like, adularist? Really? Nope. Adularia? Adularia, apparently. Okay. That might be what it's going for. Felt like a plausible word. Felt plausible. Adularias? Sure. Yup. Also plurals. What the hell is adularia? A kind of mineral? Commonly forms colorless, glassy, prismatic, twinned crystals. Most common mineral in the alpine pockets besides quartz and chlorite. Oh. It's not even its own mineral anymore. It used to be, and it got lumped in with something else, I guess. Jesus. Oh, that's not where I wanted you! Damn it! Alright, whatever. We have to fix this hole. I don't know how to fix this hole. I think we have to put an N over here. Yeah, we're pretty busted. This is kind of over. I guess I could change it to poison? Cannot be changed into another type? Yikes. Alright, well, I guess that's just the worst possible thing I could have done. Great. Love that. Love that for me. That's superb. That's not very good. That's really a problem is what that is, actually. I don't know that I can restart. Apparently if I hit... Wow. Hold on. I can abandon run. Also, if I hit escape, it turns off full screen for some reason. Yep, Alterer is real. That seems better than nothing. Axle trees. Yeah, I could have had the S at the end. That's my bad. Oh, it fixed it. Rude? I didn't know that was a thing. All right, I want a big S word. What can we do with S? Squeezer? Could we do anything better than that if we had a different vowel? Get poisoned. That's not bad. Yeah, we should... That's true. Getting rid of some of the harder letters is not a bad idea either. Like, trying to do something with this X. I don't have the T or the C. I don't have the T for Xanth, unfortunately. I don't have the S for squirrel. Uvula. Got to do something about this idiot, because if I don't put something here, I just die. So we got to put something here, and then everything else is just going to have to live its best life separately. I don't know what I'm putting here, but we got to put something here. Something that'll survive 15 damage. Preferably. Let's see. L is a flyer. U will knock this up. But that just means I'm taking damage. No, it'll knock it to here. Which means it's just going to shoot Agilarias. A big R could work here. I'd like to get... Okay, so... I'd like to get a healer here behind my armored boy. Because that seems like it would be really strong. This is dealing 16 here, so it's not going to kill. But also, you're not going to kill? 22.5? Oh, you are going to kill. Fantastic. Linker might have some prefix, maybe. Yeah, I can't super use a jelly here. Like, there's not really a good lane for it. Oh, I can't make it broken with him standing on top of it. Too bad. I also wonder if I now am loaded on spells. Like, if I can't get any more spells now. A counter electric here would be okay. This guy flies, I think. Cannot be knocked back. Knocked back. Wow, X alone is valid. Just X is a word. Oh yeah, breaking a tile here is pretty good. This will slow this guy down a bit. A is armored, which doesn't help. Ice electric. Raven-like. I don't even need a vowel switch. I just have it. That's sick, though. That's huge. All right, we can make that work. I'm okay with this. Raven-like. Well done. Very strong. Okay, so he should kill here. I think this guy's gonna die to lightning, unfortunately. Oh no. Alright, that was real dangerous. Okay, so we need something. We need like another shield boy here. I need an S. Or an R. We could have another big R here. Get another huge R in this lane. That'll be pretty good. $16.3. That's still gonna take 3 more attacks. Too bad. I mean, it's gonna take 3 more attacks also, so it's fine. $25 damage. Ugh. Rhubarb? Rhubarb. Rhubarb, not bad. It leaves a bunch of garbage down here. I'm not sure I'm super happy with that. But I don't know how else we use these H's and X's and J's and stuff. I do not want any rhubarb, but thank you. I appreciate the offer. I wonder if there's something out of like Rehauler or something that I could do. I think maybe I just take rhubarb and count it as the best I could do. Rhubarb seems fine. And then maybe just stick this guy here. Use up some of my extra mana. Get a little bit more damage on the board. Did you actually take no damage? You took some damage. Okay. Yeah, the armored guys fighting back and forth is pretty ridiculous. And now we have to deal with this ridiculous board. This is still a problem. Man, throwing away my Agilarias was just the worst. Thriller? Yeah, if we could use, let's see. I think I want a big A here. Another big A. What's my best A word? I mean, allure. Is that really the best I could do? Allure? Seems to think Allurer is the best I could do. What about with a value switch? Allurite? You think so? Maybe with the second R? Nope. Those are not real. We could go AL here. Arterial. Is that better than Allure? I don't think it is, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Arterial. This is also 8, so it's the same. 8 with a U. I like the music for this game. At least it's like nice and bouncy and like high energy. Let's see, what else could we do here? The problem with this is it leaves only the difficult to use letters. So arterial might be a better choice. Just because it uses up a little bit of... There's not really anything good to do with any of these. Maybe I could do... That's not real, right? That is real. Huh. And this gets rid of some of the garbage. And I could make this into witherer, maybe? No. This is a noun. This is not a verb. Worthier? Worthier is one more. It doesn't use the extra... It does use the extra H. No, it doesn't use the extra H. I can't add ER to this, because this is a noun. It's not the verb. I could add an S to this. Saving an H for a potential future healer. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, mostly the reason to make this guy is his high HP. Alright, yeah, let's go for worthier. I'm in. You are down to 15 health. So anything that does 15 damage here is going to be really good. Anything. Anything that does 15 damage here is good. Ultra sharp. Seems good. Mess up some idiots. Sure. It's huge. I love it. Get in there. All right, we got to protect our bottom row and we got to protect here. All right, that step one complete. Now we got to protect our bottom row. Let's see. Preferably something ranged. So a big R word would be good here. Look at these consonants. What do we do with these consonants? I could see something like road-like. Think road-like could be real? I don't think you can just put like at the end of a word and have it be a real word. Railroad? Railroad could work. Railroad is a real word. I do know that about railroad. Oh, I'm still dead here because this guy's ranged. That's a problem. Well, we'll just make something else there. That's fine. I'll just put an X here and it'll be fine. Literally one letter. 37, that leaves me with 24. Yeah, that's enough for an X. Oh, if I do exactly this. So I need to actually be careful about how many letters I use here. Because if I want to leave 23, I can't use more than 40. So railroad would actually be too much because it only leaves me with 22 left over. So the most I could do is a 7-letter R word. Oh, just put the X first? Yeah, that's fair. Well, I want to... like, if I end up putting down, like, a 6-letter R word, then I could do XI. So... oh, well, I guess I've done that already. Great. And that brings up another consonant, so that's not actually too bad. I hope this doesn't damage my friends. That would be pretty bad. Yeah, so the most I can do is 7 letters. This doesn't really lend itself to anything here. Like remold or something? Rodeo. Valid! Nice! Very nice. Okay, so we're still golden here. This is fine. I need something here, and I kind of need something here. But I immediately need something here, which probably a giant R word is probably what I want. It turns out I just always want centaurs, like always huge centaurs. Let's make a huge centaur. That sounds great. Railroads, just pretty much exactly where we were before. Except now it's railroads. It's pretty good. And then we can make junker or something later on. Klaxon. What is K even? Oh yeah, it's K is for knockback. It's the piggy. I'll go for railroads right now. We need something ranged. This is not bad. Ah, it only works if I spell it correctly though. Railroaders. Railroaders. Holy crap. This could have been enormous. Instead, it's just quite large. It's a good thing this deals normal damage. Alright, so now we need something in this row, and it kind of doesn't matter what it is. Flying would be nice, but it doesn't matter if it's flying or not. Or ranged and deals 24 damage would be great. Could make a shield boy. It's not exactly what I'm looking for here. Enumerators. Yo. Okay. Yes, I'm in. Big jellyfish, get in there. Solve my problems. Man, you're really good at this, Schmike. Glad I got a ringer in chat. Alright, what are we doing here? Among your many bit jobs, you've been an enumerator? I love counting things. Probably be a good job for other people too. Excision. Sure. I don't know that we need another jellyfish. Jellyfish ain't bad, but not jellyfish. Squid thing. Hermit squid. What the heck kind of animal is this, honestly? If it's not a jellyfish, what is it? What kind of creature do I want here? I mean, I guess octopus. It's a hermit octopus, though. It's hiding in a shell. It borrowed a shell from something else. I don't think octopuses usually do that. I guess octopuses aren't usually electric either. So we've made some, we've taken some liberties. Thoraxes. Exhaustion. Dang. I haven't even been looking at the letters. Like, in chat, go to town. You're all better than me at this anyway. Unchristian. Okay, I have to find out whether or not it'll take that. It will, in fact, take unchristian. That's something. I don't want this animal, but that's wild. Oh, given that, we have Xanthic. So I'm just going to take that, since that is pretty close to what I'm looking for here. Xanthins, apparently. For next time, Xanthines. This is silly. Let's see. If I could put a big E here, a big jellyfish here, that would be pretty strong. Juniorities? Like seniorities, except not? Oh my god, it is. I don't know how to, I don't think I could pass this up. This is crazy. Yeah, sure. All right, let's get some slimes out there. Maybe slime will do work eventually. Why not? Juniorities? Where did you come up with this? That's the silliest thing. All right, I'm glad it worked though. Like, you know what? Strategy be damned. That's a huge J word. I'm just going to take it. This kid's gonna do crazy damage. You know, this is looking pretty over. It's looking like we're maybe gonna do okay. Uh-oh. Nope, we need something here again. Regulate. Regulate's not bad. Get regulates. It's a lot of K's out here. We really got to do something with all these K's. Shark-like. Sick. Regulates is pretty good. I think regulates is in line with what I'm looking for, but we really got to do something with all these K's. Slaughter. Yeah, that's pretty real. There's not any place that I need a shield. Like, S doesn't really do it for me here. I mean, S is okay here, right? And this lane is just stalled forever. Hiker? Do I want healing? I don't know that I want healing. I do need something to stop this idiot, but I don't know that it needs to be a healer here. Yeah, we'll just do this. That seems fine. Regalities. All right. Sure. Have it your way. All right, well, this guy is just, I've literally just won already, so these letters don't matter. I can't even make Carcat with these letters. All right, yeah, they're dumb. They're dumb and don't matter. Because Giant Jelly won the day. Turns out juniorities. Quality. Yeah, I don't need to block anything. We could just send the jelly out, and he does work. All right, what is going on here? Is this a windscreen? Run end. Best words, thaumaturge, and numerators. Why is he listing these words twice? Reach the top, fought 4 battles, unlock new class after 1 more battles. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Think we could go up a difficulty level? I think if I go up a difficulty level, I die. But let's do it anyway. All right. Well, we've won with you, so let's do E this time. Oh, I wonder, does the star indicate that we've won with it? Because that's kind of cool. All right, let's go again. What is this? MP gain. Wow! Okay, hell with spells. We are gaining MP. Yes, absolutely. I would like to gain 3 extra MP per turn. That sounds delightful. Ow! Okay, what a good boy. Okay, so we need to get something in this row. Something, anything, it doesn't matter. Preferably something ranged so we can actually fight. You're making electric, huh? But you're doing it with normal damage. So making an electric tile is not actually that useful. Monsters entering an oil tile receive the oil status. Alright. See you later, Rawshot. Thanks for dropping by. And now having an E. Okay, does each individual E add an extra? It does. Every E is another exclamation mark. It's a good thing I have 14 E's. Rechargers. Sick. I don't know how I feel about an R here, because this hole is a little bit of a... No, that's still pretty good, actually. Could we do anything with the T or the V here, you think? The other thing I could do is a big M here is pretty good. You heard ranged and went R? Yeah, that's fair. Harvester doesn't help me because putting a healer on the front row is not good. It is a big word, though. Freely admitted. Could we start with an M? I have, like, Mirist is pretty easy to put together. Meters. Matchers. Machete. Machete, pretty good. Meterages, okay. I am actually not nearly as good as I could be about taking, like, the enders, like, you know, going from meter and making it meterage, right? Like, all the different pieces that you can tack onto the end of a word to make it into another word. That's good stuff. You're not immune to mist or anything, right? Yeah, get misted. Megatheers, for the record. Megatheers. These are flashing. Does that mean they're going to auto-repair? It's an interesting idea. We got a Q. Double move, double attack. Zero thermic? Whoa. Holy crap. All right, yeah. Well, I'll get blown the heck up. Longest X word, no joke. No joke. It's a pretty good X word. All right. If I could get a G here, that would be pretty strong. Starting with G here would be very good. Having broken tiles blocking him here would be very cool. Vegetables? Aggravates? Aggravates not what I'm looking for. Vegetates. What is V? Oh, V is vampire. That's actually not bad. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah, alright. I can work with this. I can work with this. I bet you there's a bigger V word, though. I'm not positive there's a bigger V word. Maybe vegetator, if there was an extra O? Yeah, vegetator's not quite there. I can work with this. This is pretty strong. Get in there. Ah, it's the longest V word. We did it. Alright, I feel pretty good about where we're at here. Like, I think I could literally just hit play and we're probably all set. But let's do something big. Let's cause some problems. Qua? Ke? No. Threatened, feathered, or weathered? Not weathered. I don't want to start with W. I'm into feathered, though. Or threatened. It's the same base stats either way, and all I care about right now is the best base stats. So this seems like it is sufficiently huge. Heck yeah, big boy, get out there. Generated? It's one less letter, same number of E's. I'm on board with this. This is fine. Threaten's good. Threaten's good. You're just eating everything. We got you. Doesn't matter. Everybody's dead. Just step forward and demolish the entire opposing team. Look at these monsters. Look at these monsters. Yeah, this is some garbage, but these are monsters. We're really okay here. Weed whacker. I don't think I can make weed whacker. I can make weed. I can make weed. It's definitely a great word. Effaced. But that leaves all the W's and C's and stuff. This is still pretty good. Coffee. Coffee's slightly worse than this. Warped. Warped has less E's. We do want to use as many E's as possible. That's absolutely a thing. I'd like to use the W's, but not as a first letter. So, you know, prioritize that, please. If you just get on that, if you will. I kind of like effaced here, actually. How else would I use W's? There's like some tiny words that I can make. Pod. But like, not anything amazing. There's a bunch of W's, a P, a C, a G, and a Q. Not very good. I can just stay back here and also wreck shop. Longest E word, nice. I will just leave my mana there. This X is so strong here. This guy is kicking ass. This is brutal. Cowpea? Okay. That's not the right. Yeah, cowpea is a thing. All right, cool. We're not going to be able to get a jelly across the board, but also I just win next turn anyway, so none of this matters. Cowpea is also a thing. Two separate words, but yes. I agree. Demolished. Next stop, the library. Let's go with the double stars. I like double stars. More bonus MP gain, please, and thank you. And these are just walls? And they're stuck behind broken tiles? This feels very good for me. Like, they can just walk across and I don't care. I guess if you put a ranged unit behind it, that's going to be a problem later. So maybe I should get like a big electric boy to sit in front of them and just demolish. Seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea. Chlorinated, wow. I'm not actually a fan of C. Dechlorinates? All right, now you're speaking my language. Good heavens. Oh, God. Yeah, all right, that'll work. How do I feel about this, actually? Because this will knock people away, right? It'll knock people in directions. I'm not sure that I necessarily want that. He's a big boy, but he's not dealing that much damage. Knocking them out of the middle row seems good. I'm actually perfectly happy with this dude where he is. So maybe I put this down here. Longest D word. Damn right. Reclamation. He's just making more walls? Okay. Just make more walls, I guess. Like, there's got to be something that's not walls eventually, right? I think I want a... I don't have a G. I want... What do I want? How do I eventually deal you damage is the real question. Put somebody ranged here. Put an M here. If I put an M here, that's going to be pretty busted. What are my options? These are not... These are a lot of, like, weird consonants. Too bad. Manacled. Yo. Probably manacled over manacles, yeah. Manacles is strong. Deface. I wonder if I stick two W's in front of each other, are they just gonna stand there and not do anything? Or, oh, I wonder, actually, if he takes fire damage, is that gonna do the thing also? I don't know what happens when the W gets to the end. Like, he's not gonna fight, right? He's just gonna stand there? Oh, whoops, I didn't press the button. Wow, that's dumb. Okay, so he is countering because of the... Alright, let's put you here. And then... Weeks, yeah, sure. How big are you? You're slightly bigger than Weeks. Face Mask, also pretty good. Ooh, Woeful. Woeful's not any better than Weeks, though. Woefulness, much better than Weeks. All right, you've convinced me. Incredible. Yeah. Sit here and cause problems. Yep, they just sit there and beat on each other until somebody loses. I love it. They just keep counterattacking back and forth. That's great. That's superb. Let's see. We could do some yelling. Yelling is fun. Are you dead? 16 health. You are dead. That's great. Cockiest. Still don't like C's. Actually, C's aren't too bad here. Like, that is this whole row. That's a lot of damage. I kind of want to put... I don't have any H's. I like, put a healer behind the wall would be sick. Yoke mates? Alright, I gotta make it just to see if it's actually real. Oh my god. Yeah, alright. Well, Schmeik, you're a monster. Let's do it. I mean, yeah, no, I understand what the word would mean. I just never thought that it would be a word. Go get him. Oh, now I have an H. Okay, good. So I can put a healer here. Alright, we want an H word here. We want H word here. There we go. Heals. The healer is named Heals. Probably do better. Yeah, Hex is better than Heals, but yeah, there's got to be something better. I do love using Hex, though. Is Hexiest real? Hexiest is not real. Hexapest. Helixes? Strong. Think we could do better than Helixes? There's so many vowels. Like, it feels like there's probably just some really ridiculous thing here. trying to make, like, something using an IC ending. Feels like you could do something big with that. Hexites, that's not a word. Yeah. The problem is there's so many things that aren't words. Always a problem. Can't all be dechlorinates, my god. There's like something SCITE. Firaxis. I don't think I want the Fire Dog, though. I don't think Fire Dog does anything for me. I want to get a healer out there. Alright, I guess I'm still on Helixes. At least it gets the X out of the way. Hepaticae and Hexaplas. What? What are any of these words? I don't know who you have to be to just know that Hepaticae is a word. An anatomist? Yeah, maybe. You have 30 health. So let's get something that deals 30 damage here. Let's get a big J word. I don't have the vowel swapper. I want to make joculate. But alas. Yeah, that's definitely a word. Complicate is not a J word, correct? You've found something that's true? Wait, is this... Okay. Why isn't this, actually? Can't jellicate things? Feels like it should be a word. I don't have another L, otherwise I could make jellicle, which is definitely a word. 100% a word. Jomplicate? For you, Inkling, I'll try it. Unfortunately for everybody involved. Jomplicate. Jomplicate is not a word. Good heavens. Gimolate, it turns out, not a word either. It should be. Wait, is this real? Oh, I don't know the L's. I don't know the S for jollies. Jicama. Ooh. I keep forgetting that that's a real thing. But yeah, that works. 20 damage. That would work. It only attacks up and down, though. It doesn't attack in the middle. Yeah, not a lot to do with the J. I agree. Is this what I wanted? I'm not even sure that this is what I wanted. What else could I do? Ooh, let's get a big poisoner. Okay, let's get a big P word. You gotta beat... Oh, pollinate's not real. There's no N's. Damn it. Polemic. Ooh, I don't know that I would have gone there. Okay. Polemical. Solid. Big enough, it turns out. I love it. I love it. Huh. Did this deal damage to dechlorinates? It did. It dealt 11 something damage to dechlorinates also. Wild. I guess the push dealt damage to the one that it was pushing instead? Alright, well, now I have my healer just walking forward and doing nothing, so that's not ideal. Maybe we could put something in front of the healer? I don't know what letter I want. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought that far ahead. I don't have an N. Okay, no, let's make the J. It's time for J. Now it's the time for J. Teammates and flatmates? Okay, we can make a dog. We can make a dog. I could go with flatmates. Pretty strong. There's even enough room for another word of that length. Let's make a giant B word. Can't make bedmates. I'm out of T's. No N? Yeah. Badges? Could we do better than badges? Bodegas? Bodegas is better than badges? Pretty good. There's room for like 2 more letters in my mana pool. Nothing for J. It happens. It's fine. I can't put this guy in any row where he'll make a difference, unfortunately. I guess I could put him here. Alright, sure. Beseemed. Beseemed. Oh, becomes would have 2 E's? Apparently beseemed is a word. News to me, but okay. Oh, it pushed him forward. What rude. Exceeding evidence? I do like getting the X out of there. Pretty strong. This can kind of go anywhere and deal some real damage. Weeding? I think I don't want W's. I do like evidence. I'm not sure that that's better than this, though. Evidence, does that have 4 E's? No, still 3 E's. Yeah, I'll just do this. This is fine. Seems good. Oh, it was already over anyway. Fire Dog won the day. Alright, let's make some spells. Convert a tile to fire. Spell the best word possible, starting with a given letter. Just immediately win that letter. I like it. Knock back 1 tile down left. Might take this. I also like turning tiles to fire, because that solves a lot of problems for me as well. I do like making giant J words, though, so maybe I'll just take this and then use it on J's or X's or whatever. Convert tile to ice, I don't care. Convert tile to normal, I might care. Knock one tile down, I think maybe convert tile to normal there. Giant words, yes, correct. That is how you spell giant. If I know anything about J's, that is how you spell giant. We're gonna get healers here? Ugh. All the extra mana, look at all that extra mana, heck yeah. Give me bonus MP, please. Got 5 bonus MP right now. This will make it 8. 11. Heck yeah, MP. Alright, our wall boy is here. Wall boy is doing things. 25 health? We could do better than that. Once we have converted this poison tile to not be poisoned, we could do better than that. Something ranged here. So it could be an R. Could be an E. Could be a Z. Z's pretty good here too. I don't know why that's not a word. That's very weird. I is not ranged. I could get a Cosahedral? Radicalizes, damn. So many letters. Holy crap. I have to get through all of this mist. But that's not what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Radicalizes. Radicalizes seems like it'd be pretty strong. And it gets rid of the Z. $17.5. Not quite enough. But it'll do. I don't know that I'll... Oh, but he's in the middle of the mist. Although the mist will go away at the end of their turn. So we want to get something melee in this lane. Something melee in this lane. V? Big V boy? What's the biggest V? Oh my god, this is such garbage. We need something that takes advantage of GH. Like laugh or something. These letters do in fact suck. Maybe I'll just put a healer behind this guy? Help! Surely we could do better than that, though. I mean, heal is better than help, but... As long as it uses 2 H's, Schmike, I think I'm okay with that. Where's my N? Damn it. If it takes Hala. Let's see if it takes Hala. I would expect that to be, it does take that. I would expect that to be C-H-A-L-L-A-H, but... this works. Oh, Halva. It does take that as well. Alright, good enough. I'm on board. Alright, now we need somebody over here, which I think is either S or W, of which I have neither. Too bad. So let's just find something that deals a bunch of damage. And blocks. The important part is and blocks for me. Let's see if we can get a big E word. Can we get a big E word? Echoed? That uses up one of my H's, at least. 80th. Yo. It also uses up one of my H's. Strong. Epiglottic, apparently, was a slightly better choice. Perfect. Go stand in front of the other W. How did that cause... Oh, because it shoved into him and it countered. Wow, I was not expecting that. Fascinating. That worked out poorly for me. There's still no U. Too bad. Man, what letter do I want? We need something in this row, and it needs to be ranged. So, what are my ranged letters? E, R, D, I guess. P? P would be good too. M? M is strong? M is strong. M is strong. Can make a number of different women. Oh yeah? Can I get policewoman? Wait, can I get policewoman? Oh my god, I love it! Yeah, get in there, buddy! That's huge. Alright, cool, I'm cool with it. This is good. I'm very happy with these results. Let's see. What do ice tiles do again? Adds 1 knockback. Fine. Oh, policewomen with the E. Yep. That's fair. I didn't even see that was the extra E. What's up, Brinry? Thank you so much for the 24 months of continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. Yeah, this is Community Scrabble, and your reward for spelling a big word is getting a giant monster on the board. Hazarded? Ooh. You did it! You spelled strife! Congratulations, Mark Mages. And thank you for the 37 months of continued support. Welcome back to the adventuring party. Happy to have you around. Hazarded is not bad. I kind of need to get something up here, but this fire is a little troubling. The only place I would want a healer here is behind my my electric dude, but that's not happening. You're really set on Mazer, huh? Wow, airheaded is strong. Think we can do something with the X? I don't have Xanth, so I don't know what to do with the X. I don't have the U for Xeris. Mermaids is a better M. Mermaids is a better M. But it doesn't use the Z. What does use the Z, actually? What can I do with the Z? Maybe we could just get a really big Z? This might be time for the power of Kingword. Alright, tell me what we can do with a Z. What the hell? Sure, whatever you say, buddy. Zades. I don't know what that is. I want to find out. It is a valid Scrabble word. Okay. What does it mean? Are you kidding me? The online Scrabble dictionary shows that it is a valid word with no meanings or synonyms. Can I get another word out? Not on 18 mana. But Barebone can be next turn. Member of an Islamic sect of Yemen. Okay. Sure. Yes, 2 letters cost 26. So the bare cost, the basic cost for a word is 23. Each additional letter costs another 3 until you reach some threshold at 5 or 6 letters, and then it start costing 2, and then at some point it start costing 1. So like additional letters cost a lot less, but it starts at 23 as the base cost for a word. So 18 doesn't get me anything. Jellyfish. Yeah, 20 plus 3 per letter until you reach whatever the threshold is. Bareboned, pretty strong. Not that I think it will make much of a difference, because this idiot is dealing like 35 plus another 17. Which is, I think, enough. Yeah, this idiot will deal exactly enough on his own. But I'll dump this somewhere anyway, for funsies. I love the little jingle. Alright, now we got 8. Love that for me. Okay. So this benefit is words starting with this letter are going to be bigger. So M is actually really strong because Misty is really strong. Yeah, policewoman saves the day. And it means that I'll always have the letter in the pool. So I think of these 3, L is the best letter to have a lot of. But of these 3, M is the best letter to start with, because Mist is powerful. So I think I'm going to take M, even though L is potentially more useful for spelling words. We have an M affinity, ladies and gentlemen. What's the W power? That's wall. It has extra health, but only attacks as a counterattack. So it attacks in melee, and anytime it takes damage, it attacks. But it doesn't attack otherwise. Multiple different knockbacks, replace your tile pool. Knockback 1 tile left, it doesn't help me. Knockback 1 tile upright might help me. It's very specific, though. Knockback 1 tile left seems pretty poor, but I guess it could pull something into melee if I need to? What's a thought? Yeah, you don't want to spam W's. Knockback 1 tile upright potentially has uses. I don't know about these knockback spells, like positional stuff. Some of it is okay. But I guess I'll take replace my board if I just, you know, if I end up with 5 H's again, I could just replace my board. You'd think a spelling game would disambiguate upright from upright. Oh. So this is 2 ranged idiots and the ice dog. Do I want another spell or do I want more mana? I like having mana. Mana's pretty good. Now I am plus 14 on my mana regeneration every turn, which very quickly gets me to putting out a second full power dude. Oof. That's brutal. We could just put an S here. And that lets me tank this forever, and it never matters. And this row just never matters ever again. Getting anything across here is going to be miserable. I cannot put an R here, because Misty will just win that. I could also put down an M here and just fight him off, like, power for power. This is a word. And leaves me with 33? Yeah, this is fine. I really didn't need anything bigger. Side heat. Alright, and then let's use as much of this 33 as possible on some ranged idiot in one of these two rows, maybe? Put an M here? Like, putting an M here feels good. Yeah, that's probably the best I'm gonna get for 4 letters. I think it was side heat, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Alright, we do need to put somebody in front of this wolf. I don't think that's gonna get there, Cryptomancer, sorry. Who do I want to go here? Could be another M. I don't mind putting another M here. Like, there's so many monsters that's like, yeah, you put an M there and it just wins forever. Re-emerged could be good. Is there something that starts with Mega here that just completely demolishes? Can you Mega Dream? Oh, that's not... I don't have the letters for it. Mega Draw, not real. Oh, I know what you were going for, Cryptomancer. Mega Rager, maybe. Nope. Meager, yep. It's not a big word, but it is a real word. Not a lot of M. I still feel like there's got to be something with Mega. Just start throwing any word you can after Mega and see if it's a real word. Oh, come on! A Mega Deer is definitely a real thing. No tease. Like, I'm just throwing stuff out there. Mega Gear, maybe. Nope. Oh, with T, Mega Thread, sure. Mega Wharf? Do we have Fs? I don't see an F on this board. Very far away from Megaphone. Mega Herd, maybe. Too bad. Alright, if you're not going for Mega, what are we going for? There's gotta be a way to get a bigger word than meager. I mean, I don't want to make the obvious reference, but meager is such a meager word. Mega Draw, I tried it. Alas, not real. Hardware? I don't need an H, though. An H doesn't get anything done. Gearhead I like. We could maybe do something with Gearhead. That's real. That could sit out here and throw garbage at this guy. It's 15 damage? It's not a lot of damage. Wanted more damage out of this. Let's see. What else can we take? R is fine, so re-emerged potentially useful. Yeah, I think re-emerged is better than re-geared though. It's the same number of E's. Is it more letters? Yeah, I think re-emerged is one more letter. So that's not the worst either. It's pretty strong. $18.8 is enough to kill this in 2 hits, which is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'll go with that. Wargamed? I didn't want another W, I don't think. Oof, that was a lot of damage. Why is this poison? Please no poison. Didn't I unpoison this deliberately? How did it become poison? How cursed. Wow. Zonulas. Heal re-emerged? We could. It's actually not the worst idea. Homeward? I don't mind that. Took a lot of damage that turn. That's kind of impressive. Ideogram? Do I want Ice Dog? Ideogram's not bad. I don't know how I feel about Ice Dog. We're still not getting any U's for the Q, which is too bad. We could also get a big Z. Let's find out what my biggest Z is. Z is always, this is Zadie again. Yeah, all right, whatever. 16.9. It's not enough to kill him. Can make a fire dog with fire dog. I love it. Wow, I really thought I'd be able to get better for you. Oh, it makes random terrain where they were. I see. I see what happened here. Alright, yeah, let's see if that helps then. And then there's still 40 letters, right? We have a lot left over. I could just do whatever I want here. Not T. F, H, U? U is up. I remember U. We could make an armor boy. An armor boy doesn't feel like that bad of an idea. We could make an armor boy with... No, we can't make armor. Too bad. But I like an A word here. Oh, we have the U! Okay, yes. Do we have anything better than just quart? Quartet? Nope. Quarter? Nope. Quorum? Ooh. Wait, quart is a word. Quart with an E at the end is a word. So that's better than quorum. Because it has the E in it. Get out there. Go get him. Feel good about that. Oh my god. He's just gonna die to fire tile. Wait, no he's not. I fixed it. Itemizing. Itemizing, pretty good. I have another Q again? Jesus. We've got a wall over here. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see. Okay, we could throw a big E here. And that would do some good work, I think. Fishmonger. I don't want Fire Dog. I don't know what Fire Dog's gonna do for me. Fishmonger is huge, though. As much as I love Big Fire Dog, I think I'm okay. Quarton we could have done. But Quart was just as good. Is that a word? I don't think Moishi is a word. Mahoganies? That's a good question. I think I am always happy to have another Misty Boy. Yep, perfect. Put this guy anywhere. Here. Let's fix this problem. Yeah, nice try, Jay. We have not yet seen any instance of this being willing to take proper nouns. Alright, we have to do something up here. And this poison business is a problem. As is the zany boy behind the wall. What's the biggest S we can get? I wanted to make Seafarer, but I don't have the extra A. Marquise or Quaffers? We should probably get you out there, yeah. I agree. Pretty big. I'm on board with that. 31.6 at half damage because of the poison. Man, this poison here is kind of a beating. Almost just want to make a wall here instead. Mist could work here, but it'll probably still die to the Z. Half of 27.5 is 13.75. Wait, half of 27.5 twice is 27.5. Should have been able to figure that one out quicker. This is great. Unfortunately, there's no good place to put it on the board. Yeah, right? Right, Schmeik? Like, should have been able to figure that one out. Should have been able to put that one together. Yeah, there's no good place on the board for this, is the problem. I could maybe put it here and start being aggressive. And that leaves enough to put something here that's... Yeah, okay. Like, I think this is going to be good here. And then we can just put whatever big S thing we can find here and sit there and be okay, probably. Because then we're avoiding the Z damage. All right, what's my big S word? That's true. It could be 27. I don't know. Welcomed is real. Sure. Go with S. There's like module. I guess I could get modules. That might do it. Yeah, the S is hard. I agree. Damn it! One more letter that I can actually afford. Damn it. Six letters, meowed. I'm trying to start with S. Seldom? Seldom's good. And that is exactly what I can fit. Perfect. Thank you. Well done. Perfect. All right. This was good. This worked out really well. Sleaze would have been even better. Ooh, yep. Did I miss the... Oh, you had seamed. Yep, seamed would have worked too. I would have liked using up the Z. Let's see. What else can we do here? I'm not even sure, like, what direction I want to take this. Like, what are we doing here? You're on top of a lightning? That's fine. You're doing regular damage anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what's even helpful here. I guess, like, some long range unit to just sit here and wail on this lane would be pretty good. Mustache. Damn. All right. Let us mustache. Seems strong. Longest M word. Hey, nice. All right. I'm on board. Oh no! My Quiznos. I don't even remember what the word was. I just remember that it was good. Should we get a big J over here? I don't think there's any good place for a big J. What am I looking for here? Z supposedly is good damage. Jezebel. I don't know if Jezebel will work, actually. Let's find out. Oh, Jezebel does work. Huh. There's not a good place for it, unfortunately. I don't think a big J is, like, actually good on this board. I think I want something ranged or something like straightforward melee here. The problem with J is it only hits up and down. It doesn't hit directly across. So actually getting an E on this lane would be pretty strong also. Yeah, I like E here. Emblemize? Blown. Yeah, a big B would also be pretty good. What's your best B word? Can we get Bowdlerize? I don't have a D. I just saw bowl in the Z and was like, can we do it? We cannot do it. Let's see if Emblemize fits. Emblemize does fit. It's pretty solid. Yeah, I'll work with that. Bejewel. And now I gotta think about Bejewel. I think this is probably better for me. Like, we're pretty close to winning. Getting a B all the way across the board in that time is probably not gonna happen. Big Emblemize, though. It's room enough to build another letter. Another word. If I wanted to just do something small, somewhere random. Stick a healer behind my shield. I don't have an H. How many letters can I get off of this? Can only have 4 letters? Alright, I'll pass. That's helpful. Man, I'm so impressed with Mahogany's. A Minuteman? Jesus Christ. Monster after monster. Yeah, I guess I'll take a Minuteman. That's enormous. And I am always happy with more Misty Boys. No complaints here. And I can do anything I want with 51. So let's, what's the best we can do here? Can I make a big Z? I never know what to do with Z. All right, find me the biggest Z. Or, okay, Z or J? Should I king make on the Z or the J? That's a lot of W. Not enough R's. Oh no, I do have, like, marrow for a relatively tame M word. Marriages? Jeez. If I use up all the common letters, I can always just refresh the board. Like, that is an option I have. Let's see what this does. Zamaros, if you say so. Is it time to stop this idiot from doing something? Probably not. Didn't matter. Oh, that's a win already? What the hell? Too good. We're too good at this game. Impossible. It's just going to sit on the screen until I click something, huh? Run and reach the top. We unlocked a new class. Best words. Xerothermic was a pretty good word. Dechlorinates, also a pretty good word. There's a loan word from Spanish. Okay. I mean, I could keep clicking up the difficulties. I think my usual Wednesday schedule is going to become the shorter stream schedule, unfortunately. So I don't think we're gonna be. I don't quite have enough time to start another run here. I do want to see what the new class is, though. So now we have E marked as a yellow, U marked as a green. Oh, because of the difficulty that I was on. Interesting. So it shows you your highest difficulty win for each letter that you're starting with. Simpleton. Can't spell words longer than length 5. Words cost 10 HP, 10 MP less to spell. Huh. You can only spell short words, but they're cheaper, so you could spell a lot of them. That's cute. I feel like that is more of a debuff than a buff, but that's neat. And then whichever letter I choose for the syllabus has like its own ranking for how well I have done. Yeah, if you're not good at finding long words anyway, right? So if I was playing alone, then, you know, maybe pretty good. But with ringers in the chat, it's a lot worse. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call the stream here, since I want to have stream done by 5 anyway. I think for the foreseeable future, I am likely to do shorter streams on Wednesday, so I might actually change my official schedule to reflect that. I'm still holding out hope that I will somehow be able to get enough sleep to wake up at a reasonable hour and start stream at noon. But so I'm not changing the start time of my stream on this schedule. But I think I am going to be ending streams at 5 on Wednesday for the foreseeable future. Imagine, right? I can imagine it. It sounds nice. But the problem is that takes time, and there keeps being other things I want to do that are not sleep, which makes it very difficult to get sleep. It's a hard life. I don't know why they set it up this way. I think sleep should not take any time. I think you should be able to sleep and also do everything else that you want. I think that would be a more sane way of managing things. It's true, I don't have kids. I will never have kids. I do not plan on ever having kids. That would be terrible. Should talk to Life's manager? Absolutely. I'm gonna go demand a meeting with Life's manager. I'm going to tell him that either he changes things or I want my money back. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I think that's gonna be it for now.